What's up, y'all? Law number 26. And I just want to get into today's conversation about weapons of mass destruction. At this point, how can America be America if all we gotta worry about is people dead on ready on firing shooting a firearm? Doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter what size. Firearm nonetheless. I don't care at this point, because right now this whole thing about gun control, gun laws, and we've already had the Vegas shootings happen. Now we got the Florida shooting that happened. Rest in peace to those who lost their lives, though. Rest in peace to those who lost their lives for all of that and causing the whole movements to happen when you got a bunch of students ready to just dip out of them school buildings all because of that news getting out. Because now they feel like they can't trust that there's not a gun in their school. Because that's the thing in this world. You never know. You never know if anybody gonna be armed with anything. And that's difficult, knowing that we're supposed to be living in a society when we can be protected from any of those things from happening. Next thing we know, it's like they're already among us kind of thing. They're already among us. They already got something on them. They are armed with something already, and they're ready to strike. Next thing we know, it pops up on the news, and we start to have our concerns about the whole situation, where it's like, how is this going to be solved? I mean, shouldn't this, like, didn't this pop up not too long ago? And even those before then? Did this situation get solved already? Or is still an ongoing thing? It's just piling on top of what came before to what happened now. It's just piling on. It just keeps going. Like, how much more bloodshed do we need to have in this world only for the actions to take place when it's necessary? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous. I feel bad knowing that this is supposed to be America, where we're supposed to be liberated. We're supposed to be free. We're supposed to be united. And yet, all of this is causing more division than we think. Let alone for the man in office right now. That just makes it worse. And that's all I'm going to say on that one right there. That's all I'm going to say on that. Because I ain't trying to get into that. Right now, everything that comes down to these weapons, these firearms, and now these bombs. I'm going on hearing about these bombs being in packages and killing people in front of their own house. It's like, we just can't trust anything or anybody from anything or anybody at this point. Because it's getting crazy out here. And it's unbelievable to know that whether it's like a terrorist attack or a hate crime, whatever the case may be, like, why are these weapons being distributed, planted, rigged, set up for anybody to die at this point? Like, this is crazy. This is ridiculous right now. And like, when is it gonna end? Like, for real, it's a war within our own country. how are we supposed to be united against all of this crap? And right now we're imploding with all of this happening. You know what I'm saying? We're the ones imploding with all of this crap happening right now. This is unbelievable, yo. I can't with this. Like how much more bloodshed do we need right now? We don't need that. We don't need all of that. We really don't. We don't need all of that because a lot of us out here who's just trying to live our lives, that we're just trying to go out there and make something of ourselves. Even when it starts small. We're trying to make something of ourselves. We're trying to live our lives. And yeah, we got to put up with this crap out here that it's going to come down to the point where we can't trust to even walk out the door without knowing something like this is going to happen. Or it just happens and we don't even know. It's amazing how we're supposed to be talking about positivity, how we're supposed to be talking about moving forward by uniting, by coming together to fight the bigger problems other than ourselves. And I still keep that in mind. Positive vibes always. Positive vibes always. Even through all the crap that we gotta put up with out here. Positive vibes always. It's just that knowing of what goes on out there, we just don't know what could happen. Or maybe we do, but we just don't expect for it to happen to us. You know, those of us who feel like that, we're not surrounding ourselves with all of that. We're not within the area where all of that was going on. It ain't gonna happen to us. Sometimes we tend to think like that, but we have to keep in mind that it can happen to us. It can happen to us at any time. We wouldn't know until it happens. But that's my point of view on this right here. That's how I feel about it. I mean, this is pretty much saying that we are living in difficult times right now. As if we haven't dealt with that before. This has gotten more crazier than ever. I mean, it's one thing. It's one thing to try to figure out our place in this world due to work ethic, racial identity, orientational identity. Anything along the lines of those. And when it comes down to voicing our opinions on something without getting into internet wars, without getting into literal fights outside of, finger thugging on the laptops, on the phones. It's one thing for all of that to happen. Like, that right there are weapons within themselves. It's one thing for all of that to happen. But literal weapons causing this much destruction, causing this much damage, and separating us more as a society as life goes on right now. And the only thing that I can do right now is pray. Pray for better, strive for better. Hope that I could be able to voice my opinion on these matters when things start to take off for me. And let alone y'all, for those who feel the need to say something on these matters, for y'all as well. Only thing I could do right now is pray. That's how I am. That's what I do. I can only pray for better and hope that I can live to see another day. 'Cause tomorrow is never promised. That I've always known. That I've always learned from my own parents. Tomorrows are not always a guarantee. But the best thing I could do right now is pray. And in hopes that you guys can bear with me through all of this, that we all could come together, collect our thoughts, share our opinions on these matters, civilized conversation as I tend to bring up, no matter what. And with that, that's the end of this vlog. Subscribe to the channel. And when you do that, click on the bell to be notified on videos that I post up on the channel. Follow the links to the social media, the various social media that I use in the description box below. This vlog I was meant to bring to y'all yesterday, but I was busy, so I had to give it to y'all today. And with that said, this is Blue Flames the Poet, and I'm out.